Good evening, and welcome back to the clinic. I'm Dr. David Thompson, and I want to start tonight with a story that might sound impossible, but I assure you, it is absolutely true. Imagine Eleanor, a 62-year-old retired teacher from Seattle. When she first walked into my clinic, or rather, was wheeled in, she was devastated. Her knees were so riddled with osteoarthritis, bone on bone, that the pain was constant, a crushing, burning agony. She couldn't climb the 3 stairs to her bedroom. She dreaded simple things like making a cup of tea. Her family had already begun the heartbreaking conversations about finding her a suitable nursing home. She looked at me, her eyes full of fear, and said, "Dr. Thompson, I just want my independence back. I'm too young to be dependent." Eleanor was scheduled for a double knee replacement, but she was terrified of the recovery. So, we tried a simple, natural protocol. A method that involves no pills, no injections, and no scalpel. It was a method focused entirely on food. Fast forward just 6 months. Eleanor sent me a photo. She wasn't on a walking stick. She wasn't on crutches. She was hiking the Discovery Park Loop Trail, a 3-mile walk with inclines. Her knees were strong, her pain was gone, and she had canceled both surgeries. She had regained her independence and, more importantly, her life. How did she do it? It wasn't a medical miracle in the traditional sense. It was the result of harnessing the incredible, overlooked power of 7 specific, common foods, the golden foods that I'm going to share with you tonight. This simple, natural method is one that 97% of conventional doctors overlook because they are trained to treat symptoms with drugs, not the root cause with nature. Tonight, I will guide you through the detailed implementation of this protocol, showing you the exact dishes, the science, and the precise timing. Pay close attention, because your independence hinges on the information I'm about to reveal. Before we dive into the science, I need to know who I'm speaking to. If you are watching this, you likely share a common fear: the fear of losing your vitality, the fear of dependency on pills, and the fear of an early decline. So, right now, please take a moment and comment below with your age and your most persistent health metric/symptom. Maybe it's 55, knee clicking, or 40, post-baby hip pain. We often blame genetics or just getting old for joint decay. But I am here to tell you that, in the vast majority of cases, that is a myth. Cartilage damage is not an inevitable sentence. It is often a sign of a critical deficit, a deficiency in just 3 specific, key nutrients that are essential for the body to create and maintain that spongy, shock-absorbing material in your joints. For those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. David Thompson. For over 30 years, I have been a practicing physician, and my mission is singular: to help you live a healthy, independent life, free from the tyranny of chronic disease, not through pharmaceuticals, but through scientific nutrition. I've treated thousands of patients, office workers with tech neck, postpartum women with strained joints, and seniors facing mobility crisis, all seeking a way back to a vibrant life. This channel is dedicated to translating complex medical science into simple, actionable steps. Every piece of advice is backed by peer-reviewed research, not fleeting health fads. I've seen firsthand the power of food to heal, and I am going to unlock that power for you tonight. Now, let's quickly assess where your joints stand. I want you to give yourself 1 point for every one of these symptoms you experience regularly. 1. The morning creak. When you first get out of bed, do your knees or hips feel stiff? And does it take 15 to 30 minutes for them to warm up and loosen? 2. The weather forecaster. Does your joint pain significantly worsen when the weather changes, especially before a rainstorm or cold snap? 3. The stair challenge. Do you have to use the handrail when going up or down stairs because your knees feel weak or unstable? 4. The audible signal. Do you hear a distinct clicking, grinding, medically known as crepitus, or popping sound when you bend your knee or move your neck? 5. The post-rest lock. After sitting for a long period, at your desk, or during a long drive, do your joints feel locked or painfully stiff when you first try to stand up? Now, Count up your score. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Comment the number below immediately. If your score is 2 or higher, your body is sounding a critical alarm. The common, insidious root cause linking these symptoms is a destructive trio: chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and ischemia. Think of it this way. Chronic inflammation is the constant fire that burns away the cartilage. Oxidative stress is like acid rain, dissolving the cellular structure. Ischemia is a lack of blood flow to the joint tissue, preventing the delivery of building blocks and the removal of waste. We aren't just going to put out the fire, we are going to deliver the raw materials to rebuild the scaffolding. Let's start with the first golden food. Solution 1. The surprising cartilage cement. The first solution is something ancient, humble, and often dismissed as a leftover. It is high-quality, long-simmered bone broth. Yes, simple broth. I remember Mark, a 58-year-old accountant whose life revolved around his job, and then collapsing on the couch because his knee pain was so bad. His wife told him it was the desk job. We introduced a routine of 1 cup of bone broth every day, first thing in the morning. After 4 weeks, Mark noticed he could stand up from his desk without that agonizing catch in his knee. After 3 months, he was back on the golf course, walking the whole 18 holes. The magic here is not just the liquid, it's the specific molecules extracted from the connective tissue. We are talking about type 2 collagen, glucosamine, and chondroitin. Think of your cartilage as a tough, woven fabric. Collagen is the primary thread. Glucosamine and chondroitin are like the powerful water-retaining glue that holds those threads together, keeping the cartilage spongy and hydrated so it can absorb shock. When you drink bone broth, you are not just passively absorbing protein. You are providing the exact, pre-broken down molecular building blocks your body needs to patch and reinforce the damaged matrix. It is like sending a highly efficient repair crew directly to the construction site. A study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences in 2012 examined the effect of type 2 collagen supplementation, the core component in bone broth, on joint pain. The results showed that participants experienced a significant decrease in joint pain, stiffness, and improved physical function, essentially demonstrating the raw material's ability to support the joint structure. Practical guide: how to. Specific recipe: use bones rich in cartilage and marrow, chicken feet, knuckles, oxtails. Simmer for a minimum of 12 to 24 hours with a splash of apple cider vinegar. This is key to help extract the minerals and collagen. Dosage: 1 standard 8-ounce mug, once daily. Golden time: first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. This ensures maximum absorption because your stomach acid is at its most potent to break down the complex molecules, and your body is in a state ready for raw material uptake. Combination note: consume it plain. Avoid adding heavy fats or complex vegetables, which slows the absorption of the core components. Have you ever tried to make your own bone broth? Tell me below, what's your secret ingredient for a great broth? Solution 2. The internal filter food. Next up is an ancient spice with a vibrant golden color, turmeric. Specifically, the active compound is curcumin. Sarah, a 34-year-old new mother, came to me with lingering hip and knee pain that started during her pregnancy. Postpartum hormones, stress, and lack of sleep led to relentless, whole-body inflammation. She was convinced she needed a heavy-duty anti-inflammatory drug. We put her on a curcumin-rich golden milk routine. In just 2 weeks, her morning stiffness was almost gone, and her chronic low-level pain had receded to an occasional ache. She was able to carry her baby and a heavy diaper bag without wincing. Curcumin acts as a powerful COX-2 inhibitor, but without the nasty side effects of pharmaceutical anti-inflammatories. Here's the key: damaged cartilage releases inflammatory signals that call in destructive enzymes. Curcumin works like an internal waste filter. It helps to block the signaling pathway for these inflammatory compounds, specifically the NF-κB pathway, quieting the cellular noise and literally turning down the chronic, destructive fire in your joint. When the inflammation subsides, the body can switch from defense mode to repair mode. A 2016 systematic review and meta-analysis published in the Journal of Medicinal Food concluded that curcumin extract was effective in reducing pain and improving function in patients with knee osteoarthritis, comparable to ibuprofen, but with excellent tolerability. Practical guide: how to. Specific recipe: golden paste. Mix 1/2 teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder with 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of healthy fat, like coconut oil or olive oil, to create a paste. Dosage: consume 1/2 teaspoon of this paste daily. Golden time: with your main meal, lunch or dinner. The black pepper is essential. It contains piperine, which increases curcumin's absorption by up to 2,000%. The fat is also necessary because curcumin is fat-soluble. Never take it on an empty stomach. Combination note: avoid mixing it directly with strong acids like lemon juice, which can impact absorption. Are you currently using turmeric in your diet? If so, what's your favorite way to consume it? Let me know in the comments. Solution 3. The Cellular Shield Superfood. Our third golden food brings us to the crucial role of fat. It is the mighty, small but powerful flax seeds and walnuts, our prime sources of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, ALA. I had a challenging case with Dennis, a 71-year-old former factory worker. His joint damage was significant due to years of hard manual labor. He was skeptical of diet fads. We convinced him to add a small daily serving of ground flax seeds to his morning oats. After 2 months, his chronic joint swelling, the puffiness around his knees, had notably reduced, and he could sleep through the night without the throbbing ache. He attributed this change directly to the flax seeds. Omega-3s are the essential raw materials your body uses to create powerful anti-inflammatory messengers called resolvins and protectins. Think of the chronic inflammation we talked about as a highway pileup. These omega-3 derivatives are the specialized tow trucks that come in to actively clear up the cellular debris and resolve the inflammation. Furthermore, they are incorporated into the membranes of your joint cells, acting as a cellular shield that makes the cells more flexible and less susceptible to the oxidative stress we mentioned earlier. A 2014 study published in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatology demonstrated that a high intake of omega-3 fatty acids significantly reduced the production of inflammatory mediators and decreased joint tenderness and morning stiffness in patients with arthritis. Practical guide: how to. Specific recipe: the body struggles to break down whole flax seeds. You must consume them freshly ground. Use a coffee grinder to grind flax seeds or chia seeds right before consumption. For walnuts, simply eat them whole. Dosage: 1 to 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax seeds or a small handful, approximate 7, of walnuts daily. Golden time: in the morning or with breakfast. This gives your body all day to process the omega-3s and integrate them into cell membranes. Combination note: keep whole seeds in the refrigerator and grind only what you need, as the oils can turn rancid quickly once exposed to air. Are you getting enough healthy fats in your diet? What's your biggest barrier to eating nuts and seeds? Let me know if you refrigerate your flax seeds. Solution 4. The Oxygen Carrier Drink. Our final deep dive food is a powerhouse juice that you might have overlooked: beetroot juice. Robert, a 65-year-old office manager, was experiencing significant knee pain after his 45-minute drive home, a classic sign of ischemia, or poor blood flow. We added a daily shot of pure beetroot juice to his routine. Robert reported that after 3 weeks, the post-drive throbbing pain was dramatically reduced. He felt a noticeable lightness in his legs. Remember the third root cause: ischemia, the lack of blood flow to the joint. Cartilage doesn't have its own direct blood supply. It relies on the surrounding fluid, which is fed by the surrounding vessels. Beetroot is packed with natural nitrates. When you consume them, your body converts them into nitric oxide, NO. Think of nitric oxide as the traffic controller for your blood vessels. It signals the vessels to relax and widen, a process called vasodilation. This dramatically increases blood flow to the surrounding joint structures, which, in turn, boosts the delivery of nutrients, like the collagen and omega-3s we just discussed, and, critically, oxygen. By improving circulation, you effectively stop the tissues from being starved and allow the repair process to finally begin. A 2015 study in the journal Clinical Nutrition highlighted that dietary nitrate supplementation, such as from beetroot juice, improved muscle oxygenation and enhanced exercise performance, directly correlating to better delivery of resources to active tissues, which includes the often neglected tissues around the joints. Practical guide: how to. Specific recipe: use pure, organic beetroot juice. Avoid juices with added sugar. Dosage: a small 4 to 6 ounce shot once per day. Golden time: 30 minutes before moderate activity, like a walk, going to the gym, or your long drive home. This allows the nitrates to convert to nitric oxide, maximizing blood flow exactly when your joints need the most support and nourishment. Combination note: avoid drinking it immediately after brushing your teeth, as the antibacterial compounds in some toothpastes can interfere with the oral bacteria needed for the initial conversion of nitrates into nitrites. Beetroot juice can be earthy. What's your favorite way to make it taste better? Ginger, apple, or a splash of lemon? Share your recipe tips below. We've covered 4 of the 7 golden foods tonight: bone broth, turmeric, flaxseed/walnuts, and beetroot juice, each one a powerful, science-backed tool in your fight for independent health. These aren't quick fixes. They are a profound, sustainable commitment to your body, giving it the necessary tools to repair the damage caused by years of inflammation and deficiency. The core principle is simple. You cannot medicate your way out of a nutritional problem. You must feed your body what it needs to heal. My final advice is this: be patient, but be consistent. Cartilage repair is a slow process. It takes months, not days. But the payoff is your independence, your freedom, and your quality of life. Start with just one of these foods this week and commit to it. Do not accept the narrative that decline is inevitable. Your body is a masterpiece of biology, capable of astonishing self-repair if you provide the raw materials. If you found this scientific, natural approach helpful, please hit the like button and share this video with one person you care about who is struggling with joint pain. And most importantly, subscribe to Dr. Thompson's Clinic channel so you don't miss our next video, where I'll be revealing the remaining 3 golden foods and my ultimate 7-day joint repair meal plan. Until next time, take control of your health. Your independence is your greatest wealth.